First of all, I'm sorry. You're going to hear that a lot throughout this part of your life. You'll hear that so much. And honestly, it's going to hurt. For me personally, it did anyway, because it made it seem so real. With this video, I want to open the curtains and reveal the true light of what bereavement is. Despite it being a dark place, the future is bright. The truth is, there's no right or wrong way of how to deal with this situation that you found yourself in. The person you've lost, no matter how close or not they were to you, they obviously meant a lot to you, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. Honestly, the person who died might have been a celebrity, for all I know, but the fact is they had an impact on your life. And there will be times in, I'll call it recovery. That sounds a bit dramatic, but that's pretty much what it is. You're recovering from a shock, you're recovering from a very traumatic period of your life. I'll go with it anyway. There'll be days where things go good. You're in fact feeling fine. The numbness has gone and life is good, you know? Things are looking up. You start to appreciate the little things in life, like daylight, the beautiful aesthetic of this world that we live in, the sound of music, and then like a magnet you snap back into place. The brightness goes. Square one. The sad fact is, for me anyway, that's happened quite often, where I've had like a run of good days and I've had a week of pure pleasure, and then I'll lay in bed one night or I'll sit down somewhere and then it'll just hit me like a lorry, the fact that the most important person in my life is gone, isn't here anymore, I'm never going to see her again. I have no idea if the person that you've lost is as close to you as a mother could be, or if it's a friend, or if it's a celebrity, or anything like that. But I know for a fact that this person obviously meant a lot to you, like I said before. And I'm not going to patronise you, I'm not going to belittle the fact that this person is gone, because everyone deals with bereavement in a different way. There is no right or wrong way of dealing with this, apart from a couple of things, obviously, but I won't get into those. What I will say right now, though, is if you are on the verge of doing something, I guess, crazy, life-changing, in fact, speak to someone. Even if you feel like it's not important, to someone else it might be really, really important. It's very easy in this situation for us to belittle our lives. What's the point in living if the one person that we love the most is gone? That's a very horrible thought, but it's a thought that I've had a couple of times. But I'm past that now, and I want you to be past that too at some point. It's not going to happen straight away, of course it isn't, but I want this video to help you. I want this video to help you and so many others, because bereavement is something that doesn't really get spoken about a lot. It's a very personal thing. Not all of us have had the misfortune to lose someone so important to us, but it's going to happen to a lot of us in our lives. In fact, every one of us. It hurts to know that some of you people at home watching this video may have not lost someone, but you're going to lose someone in the future, and that sucks. And if I could change that, I would, obviously, but I haven't got that power. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. In terms of things like coping strategies, my one was this: making YouTube videos. One of the hardest videos I've ever had to make was the announcement video to what had happened. I say announcement video like it's some big thing for everyone. Obviously it was just me and my family and friends affected, but the second I made the video I just knew that I wanted to help people, despite the fact that it happened like 3 days prior to actually me making this video. Last Thursday I lost someone who brought me up and taught me everything, and that was my mum. My mum's died. It's really difficult to express my feelings. After I made the video that you just saw, the snippet, I began writing and I made a mini series called Coping. It ran all the way through till the funeral, only like 3 episodes, and when I made those videos I felt so proud of myself. If I didn't make those videos, I'm not really sure what I would have done, because obviously the writing process, the filming process, I turned pain into something positive. It made me feel good, and it made and it helped other people as well, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. I think my mum would have been proud of me for actually doing that. It's very human in this situation to feel guilty for mourning. My mum died 5 years ago. As some of my close friends know, I'm still mourning her. There's still days where I look over at her picture over there and I'm like, fuck, she's gone. It is hard. I'm not going to belittle the fact that it is hard, and it is the hardest thing I've ever done. It freaks me out to know that it's happened. And this is quite a bold statement, but I'm better off for learning about it now and going through it now than at a later stage in life. Because obviously I was still growing up when it happened, and in many ways I was free after it happened as well, because I was a young carer. I looked after my mum a lot. I had quite a strong lack of childhood after she passed away, and the pain when I became very childlike. I became very, not idiotic, but I started to do things that I really enjoyed. I got girlfriends and that sort of stuff, and I went out and I played football and that sort of stuff. I really kind of let my hair down. I just dealt with it the best way I could, and that was just by ignoring it. It's hard to ignore it, and it's always in the back of my mind as well, always. I'm waffling on. Hopefully when I edit this video it'll come up, it'll sound good. I was speaking to my friend Tegan the other day about this video, and she told me something that I already knew, but it made me I really thought about it after she said this, but you never really get over death, especially death of a parent. Birthdays, for example, annual events, there's anniversaries, there's all sorts of things like Mother's Day. Very, very difficult for people who have lost parents, obviously, and it's tough, especially if you're working in a job where you meet mothers all the time. That's very difficult. I had a breakup. I really needed people in my life to help me out, despite me always saying talk to someone, get help. I find that difficult as well. In my own subtle way, I got help, and there's been people at work. I've got a friend called Sean Manchester, who is like literally my bro. And Jack as well, Jack Raymond. Got all these people in my life right now who have genuinely been my rock. Understood that anxiety is so prevalent in my life right now because of all these thoughts going through my head, because of the breakup, because of me writing this video, in fact, and that sort of stuff, and they helped me in their own ways. And it's important to cherish your friendship group. There's also Tom and Emma. Basically everyone at work has been so helpful. Thank you guys. Going back to the first few days after this cycle starts, where you just learn about the death. There's nothing wrong with taking a few days out of work or college or school or whatever, just to think and just sit and think and remember. But the hardest thing throughout this whole thing was telling my dad. That was just mortifying. My final point: music has a very sentimental value. There's a handful of songs that I listen to when I'm sad and thinking about my mum. One of those songs is actually in this video. So far in editing. But there's certain lyrics of other songs that kind of freak me out as well. There's a song by Just Jack called River Song. There's a bit where it goes, I know you miss her. I remember sitting on a bus going to Colchester, having a bit of a down day. This is the first time I'd ever heard this song, by the way. I could see my reflection in the mirror, in the window, and I was kind of giving myself full eye contact. And I remember having a single tear trickle down my face at a precise moment when I know you miss her, because I do. I really fucking do miss my mum. What I want you guys to take away from this is the fact that yes, it's difficult. Of course this is. But you have the power, somewhere in you have the ambition to turn this all around. Make something good of this situation. Write poetry, write stories, make videos, be creative. Because you're really going to need something that's going to distract you from this. You're not going to forget about it, of course you're not. You need something that's going to distract you. The best art and the best songs and that sort of stuff come from raw emotion. And I wrote so many poems that I haven't got anymore, unfortunately, but I wrote so many poems like the year after, because I was going through quite a lot, naturally. I hope this video has helped you. I'm sorry it wasn't as in-depth as it possibly could have been. I tried to make it as honest as I could. That's what you need in this situation. If you are going through bereavement right this second, you need honesty. Whatever stage you are during this process, I wish you the best of luck. Key points, obviously, speak to people. It's not selfish to hurt. Finally, make them proud, because that's what I want to do every single day. It's nearly been 5 years since my mum died. I want to make her proud every single day. I want her memory to live on in everything that I do. This video has taken quite a long time for me to actually make. And it's strange because when I first started writing process of this video, I thought I'd just whack it out in one day. No sorry. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the next one's a bit more light-hearted and a bit shorter as well.